Okay. So last the last class we have I've sent you the content, that is the recording of the fuzzy logic. So I hope all of you have gone through it, and those who haven't, please go through it. We will have a doubt clearing session for that also. But today I want to start something fresh, and today is Friday. And let's not talk about doubts and everything. Let's talk about some fresh topic. We will have a doubt clearing session later on. So I want to start with the very important topic of soft computing as well as artificial neural network. Okay, or you can say machine learning, that is called artificial neural network. So this is the field where you are going to do the maximum of your work, and this you can carry it on forward. Now, many of you have already done few AI courses, and also you have got little bit idea about ANN. So let's have a very interactive session about that. And whatever misconception or whatever doubts you have, that will also be cleared in this process. So, this is my method of presentation, my method of presenting or understanding the artificial neural network. Okay, as I have worked on this, I have worked on artificial neural network. The practical application also I have worked on that in my PhD level, in my MTech level. Okay, and still now I'm working with my own research scholars, my PhD scholars who are under my mentorship, and a lot of works I'm doing on this area. Okay, so let me first give you the main concept behind it. Now, so artificial neural network is basically it is a network which is replicating our human brain. Okay, so we have to first know that how our biological neural networks are working, that is how our neural networks are working. Then what are this you can see here: learn, interpret, understand, explain, and analyze. So this is the flow that how an artificial neural network actually work. Okay, so first it learns. Okay, so it learn the different concepts, it learn the different data, it take into account on different data and try to learn the process. Then it start interpreting. Okay, so it interpreting neural communication. After interpreting, it understands. So it understands the evolution of artificial neural network from biological neural network. Okay, so it understands and then it explains. So we will first try to understand the concept from the first generation network. Yeah, I'll pick up with the McCulloch-Pitt model, and then I will go to higher, higher, and higher. Okay. So I'll cover the first generation of ANN as well as the second generation of ANN. Okay. So these two are included in the BTech level. Further, you want to do the research, you can go, but that will be for the master degree. Even in your when if you are working on Python or you are working in R, so if you use this kind of softwares, so this will actually they are actually working on perceptual learning, class type of classification, linear regression. Okay, so these are generally actually the first generation neural network. Okay, and then comes the second generation, which includes the back propagation algorithm, LVQ, SVM, all these things. So we are going to cover this both first generation and second generation. So it is going to take a lot of time. It's a very huge chapter. Then the last one is the analyze. Okay, so analyze the fundamental of different types of neural network. I am not going for the Adeline and Madeline time right now on the details of this. So this is the process. So learn, interpret, understand, explain, and analyze. So let's first have a look on what is a This is the biological neural network. So, an artificial neural network is an information processing paradigm that is inspired by the way the biological nervous system, such as the brain, process information. Okay, so we can see here one biological neural network. So, can you tell me what are the different parts of this biological neural network? So, we have the input, that is the dendrite. We have the cell structure, that is called the soma. Then we have the nucleus. Then we have the axon. Okay, and then we have the synapses. Okay, so what are the different parts? It is very very important that this you have to relate with the this biological neural, you have to relate with the a practical neural network. So you have to form the neural network. Remember, it is not always the package that you download and directly you put it and try to find out an output. It is something where you need to design also, that how many number of neural inputs will be there, how many number of outputs will be there. Like in physiology also you were doing like number of inputs, number of outputs. Okay, so here also how many, what are the different parts of neural networks? First you have to be very very clear about that. Okay, so dendrites are what? Dendrites are the parts of the neural network which receives the information. So this forms the input. Okay, then comes your synapse. So synapse are the connecting points. Then there is an axon. What is an axon? This axon propagate the potential or the electric spark or the action towards the axon, towards the other neurons. Okay, so it is transmitting from information from one cell to the other cells or the other neurons. So it is the output. Then you have the cell body, that is the nucleus. So let us see the, just have a look for a few seconds in this the diagram, then I'll show you the comparison. Okay, so I'll come to the comparison. So this is the comparison. So BNN and ANN. So neuron, it is the unit. Synapse are the connections. Synaptic efficiencies are the weights. Activity of axon or axon is the unit output, and influence of the synapses on the axon is the transfer or activation function. So this is very important. These are the different parts of a neural network. So you have to know how to form a neural network when you design any kind of problem or you are working with it. Okay, unit, connections, weights, output, and transfer function. I'm going to focus on each and every segment of this and I will explain you. Just have a look once, or you can take a peek also. Okay, now let's see. This is a simple neuron. Now you should know what is the meaning of this diagram. So we have the different inputs. Okay, now these inputs are connected with weights. So the inputs are always connected to the other neurons, or the input neurons are always connected to the other neurons via weights. Okay, these are not directly connected, it is connected via weights. So W1 to Wm are called the synaptic weights, whereas I0 to In are called the input neurons. Clear? Next, there is another term which is called bias. What is a bias? So bias is an additional input which actually modifies the output or the system. So you can have any kind of value for bias like -1, -2. So it actually try to modify the output. So this is another bias which is being fed by the or defined by the expert or the user or the coder. Okay. So once all the inputs are defined, bias is defined. So then all the informations are summed or it is added, which is called the summing junction. Okay. Now, can you now compare it with a human brain? Suppose, suppose, now I'll just try to explain. Please listen very carefully. Suppose you are sitting in front of a fire. Okay, you are sitting in front of a fire. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Suppose you are sitting in front of a fire and you are keeping your hand beside means you are just taking the क्या बोलते हैं उसको fire के सामने suppose you are keeping your hand. If your hand feel the hotness or the temperature of that high temperature of that fire or the hotness, what you will do? Simple funda. You will just remove your hand. Okay, you will just remove your hand. Oh, so hot. या फिर तुम कुछ बर्फ पकड़ रहे हो तो cold. That is means what? This is the response. Okay, this is a response. That is our brain has got an information or signal that this particular temperature is not suitable for my hand and that is why I should remove it or otherwise I'll get my hand burned, right? So what are this information? This entire information is actually received by the dendrites of your neural network. Okay, these informations are summed and this summed information be very attentive. This summed information should be above a threshold level to get it identified or to get it detected. Yes, no, this particular temperature hot is heat is actually actually very much too much for our hand to tolerate, so that's why I have removed it. Okay, so what is this threshold and what is this reference? There should be some reference or a threshold value that above which the input should be so that it is giving the response. What is the response? Moving your hand. Okay, that is the output. The response is the output. Am I clear? So all the informations are received by the dendrite, the soma or the nucleus. It collect all the information, okay, and the information or the electric spark, you can say, that electrical signal in the brain should be above the threshold, should be above the threshold, so that it get passed to the axon and accordingly it gives you the output or informs the other neuron. If that electrical spark or electrical signal is below the threshold value, then it will gradually die out. हाँ, थोड़ा सा टेम्परेचर थोड़ा सा गर्म लगा उसमें हम इतना रिएक्ट नहीं करते, या फिर थोड़ा सा कुछ तो हाथ ठंडा लगा इतना रिएक्ट नहीं करते ना. दैट आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू गिव यू एन एग्जांपल. Okay, so that is your electrical signal is not above the threshold value, so it gradually dies out. Okay, but for your output or response, that if total input or the summation of the inputs into the weights should be greater than a threshold value. Okay, that threshold value, वो जो threshold value है जो कि हम imagine कर रहे हैं मतलब हमारे न्यूरन पे, उसको हम रिप्रेजेंट कैसे करेंगे in neural network? That is represented by the activation function, that is called the threshold. Okay, or it is called the activation function. In first generation, we will have a very simple kind of a threshold, but as we go higher in the higher generations, this activation functions, there are various types of activation functions that I will be discussing with you. So what is the equation of this network? Just write it down. That is, the sum of k will be summation of all the weights into the inputs plus the bias. Okay. And the activation function is actually a function of the sum of k, and the total output is given by function of sum of k. Everyone, you write down, draw the simple neural and write down so that it becomes any doubt you can ask me. I'm just giving you a pause of 10 seconds. Okay. Yeah. Any doubt till this much? Any doubt?
Ma'am, at
Ma'am,
the start you said that even the artificial neural network is trained, right? Like
Yes.
it's pre-trained. So in machine learning also the model is pre-trained, and even in this the model is pre-trained.
Yes. See, machine learning and AI is not different. I'll show you one diagram. Wait, just give me a moment.
And ma'am, once you had asked AI is white box or black box. So how do you judge like that? Like AI comes under a white box or black box? Ma'am, microphone mute.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I have posted in the general section. That is the soft computing general section. You can see. Can you see the diagram? Have you got it? On the,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sending another one. Copy image. Yeah, Neha.
Ma'am, what is spiking?
That is another method of uh, learning. एक minute. It's not coming like that. This Teams has got a lot of issues. Huh. Now you can see the second diagram. So the artificial neural network is the broader approach. Okay, machine learning is a subset of the artificial neural network. Neural network is something which comes under artificial neural network also, machine learning also, because this is the technique that we are using in this. These are all fancy terms that are using. Okay, machine learning, these are all fancy terms that are being used. Main the logic is the neural network. So that's what it is being used. And deep learning actually it is you can say that we take a lot of data, we take images. Yes, because a neural network sometimes it becomes very difficult to handle lot of data, images, because images now you know that this is in the form of matrix, and in a matrix, in a single image there are so many pixel values. So you just imagine, so if you want to actually train a network to recognize any object, a flower or something, so you have to actually train it with so many pictures of flower, right? So many pictures of flower is actually in the matrix form, and you know now after doing DIP that it has got so many number of pixels. So you can imagine that dealing with so many data becomes very tedious job. Okay, so that is why it has been little bit advanced, and but it is not different from neural network. You can see the yellow part, that is it is something which is taking the technique of neural network and machine learning, and it is being done. Okay, so that we can handle lot of data, lot of tedious job. So this is how it is not different. Okay, do not catch into the fancy terms. It was I just want to share one thing. Back in 2008, it is almost now it is 2021, right? So 2008 मतलब कितना year पहले? 2008 मतलब um 2021, 2011. It's 10,
13.
13 years back. I was doing my MTech, and at that time we were working on all this neural network, fuzzy logic. We were working with all this in National Institute of Technology, that is Silchar. So at the time, इतना fancy नहीं हुआ था, and there were not so much packages which are available in form of Python or R. I am intending कि I will a little bit touch the R part also. I'm intended to definitely do that also if I get time. Definitely we will do some part of art. So, but at that time we used to design the entire code. Okay, so from the algorithm we used to design the entire code, and then we used to implement in simulation, because suppose I do not directly work on data. I don't work directly. I work on the system, a simulation system or a coding or an electrical system or a mechatronic system. So I work on a system. I do not work like a computer people. I don't work only on data. So back in that time we used to develop our own code. So I always encourage my students that do not only download package and do it. Please try to understand the subject, and please try to develop your own code. Okay, so that's how you can develop your own package. That's what I am trying to convey to all my students, पर ज़्यादातर students सुन नहीं रहे हैं. Okay, so that is to my dismay. Okay, so I hope this diagram is very clear, that these things are not different. This is same thing. Only थोड़ा थोड़ा difference है. थोड़ा थोड़ा. Okay. Now back to the yeah. Now this is the classification of ANN. So now the based on the network architecture, the ANN can be of single layer, multi-layer, and competitive. Based on the learning methods, there it is of supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforced learning. And the training modes that can be online, offline, batch, or incremental. And based on the activation function, now you all know what is an activation function. So activation function is what? It is the threshold जिससे हमें कॉन्शियसनेस आ रहा है कि अच्छा ये हीट है या ये कोल्ड है या ये अच्छा है या ये फिर बुरा है. दैट कॉन्शियस इन आवर माइंड, दैट स्पाइकिंग which inspire us to give an output, that is the activation function. So but definitely this thinking and emotional thing we cannot we have to put it somewhere mathematically in the network. That is our different types of activation function in terms of purely log sig means sigmoid. Okay. Tansig sigmoid, hard limbs, sat satlins. Okay, so there are and these are of these are again of two types. So it can be, so that I will discuss definitely. Okay, so let me give you three examples. Wait. And now you will tell me what kind of learning it is. I will be giving you three examples. Yeah, my whiteboard is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now there are three examples I have given. Instead of keeping on explaining, let's take this example and try to understand what are supervised learning, what are unsupervised learning, and what is reinforced learning. Okay. Now I'll give you some time to read it, and you are going to tell me. So एक साथ let's read it together. So a student in the primary school are made to stand in a straight line irrespective of the position in the in respective position in the morning assembly. The class teacher remains standing to monitor the situation. After the assembly is over, the students move in a reinforced line to their respective classrooms. If someone drifts from the straight line, the hidden cane from the class teacher would hit the leg of the student immediately. Now, can anyone tell me what kind of learning it is?
Supervised.
फिर से पढ़ो. We are going to define. One is the supervised learning. One मतलब ये one mapping नहीं कर रही हूँ. I'm just writing the types. Okay. So supervised learning. No, your concept has to be very clear. First of all, your idea नहीं आएगा, concept clear नहीं होगा तो idea ही नहीं आएगा कि तुम उसको करोगे कैसे. Unsupervised learning. Okay, and the third is reinforced learning. Yes,
It
it
is
is not
reinforced learning.
reinforced learning. Which one? First one?
First one.
Okay. So the first one is reinforced learning. Can Harsh you explain me why?
Ma'am, like yeah, in terms of if we consider in data, if data
Hmm.
is given there, the network needs someone to monitor it.
Huh. Yes,
So
very good.
here they have compared it data to a student and someone who monitors the network to a teacher.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
So,
yes,
so it's
very
a
good.
reinforced learning.
Yes. So there is an external agency or a monitor to monitor the system. If it is going in some wrong direction, it will again bring it to the it will converge to the main solution. It will try to converge it to the main solution. Okay. Are are you getting? So this kind of learning are called reinforced learning. Second one, please have a look on the second one. Let's read. For a teacher during the start of the course work, for every new batch of the student, it is puzzle to see the way the students cluster among themselves while sitting in the class. The students from the same region, same state, same language, same nature group sat close to each other. What kind of learning is this?
Unsupervised.
Unsupervised learning. Why?
Because every time data need to be separated and arranged in the categories.
Mhm. Yes, very good. So this kind of learning is called unsupervised learning. Why? Now, in unsupervised learning, we do not have a target data, okay, as such. What we do is that we try to classify. Suppose there are apple and oranges, and you want to classify into apple and orange. So definitely, we will classify into two groups. So this is the classification. This is the group of apple. This is the group of orange. So like this, you can have the classification type of problem using unsupervised learning. Okay. Third type. One day, Albert Einstein driver proposed to deliver a lecture on his behalf. They exchanged their role, and the driver delivered the lecture, and Einstein became the driver. Since the driver attended all the Einstein's lecture, so it was very easy for him to enact like him. The speech went well, but answering the queries became challenging. So when the questions start pouring from the audience, appearing unperturbed replied, "These are too simple for a person like me to respond. My driver sitting right there will be more happy to clarify all your doubts." The analogy is that driver had the target or ambition to deliver a lecture like Einstein. He practiced and corrected, trained himself to behave, talk and adopt the body language of Einstein. Okay, so this is obviously a supervised learning. Just a minute. Okay, so in a supervised learning, what we have a target data. Okay, so target data we have, and we have the input, and we try to train the network in such a way that it follows the target data. So this kind of learning are called supervised learning. Okay, so we have now seen the three types of learning, that is reinforced, supervised and unsupervised learning. Any doubt in this up to this?
No, ma'am.
So, remember, supervised learning has a drawback, when the new data is given, it cannot identify, right?
New data, again you have to train with certain data. You have to train it, and then it will start behaving like this. For example, you want to not a see applications are different, like some pattern recognition, or like suppose you want to make one controller, and you want that the controller should work like this. Okay, so you may have some the parameter of the conventional controller as a reference, and it will start working like that controller. Okay, so application wise it varies. Okay. So what I'll do is that what we can do is that we will have some small activity, like every one of you will search through the internet, and you will jot down at least 5 application of these 3 different types of reinforced supervised and unsupervised learning, every one of you. Okay, so jot down five examples of each, and we will and post it on the general section, means self computing ka general section. So let's have this activity. Is it okay? So everyone can share their own
Okay.
examples, so we can have a lot of examples. So let's do this activity. Again, we can have classifications of feed forward network. So here see 2 different types of networks are shown. One is called the single layer network. Okay, now I will answer Harsh question, that black box wala. In the first diagram, you can see that the input is directly connected to the output via weights. Weight is compulsory. Weight will be there. In the connection, there is a certain weightage. And in the second one, you can see that it is a multi-layer ANN, and in between the input and the output there is a hidden layer. Whenever we take real-time system or we work with a complex system, we cannot work with the first one. It is very difficult for a single layer system to give you a proper output. Why? It will be discussed. So we try to do it with the second one, okay, where we have a hidden layer. Now what is the meaning of hidden? Hidden is something which you can't see. So you have to, this hidden layer can be, you can have more than one hidden layer, like I just saw in the whiteboard. एक काम करती हूँ मैं, this example I will forward you later. Now suppose this is my input layer. Okay, you have to remember this structure. This is my hidden layer and this is my output layer, suppose. Okay, so this kind of layer network, and these all are connected. I can show you. Wait. Let the MATLAB get open in the meanwhile. Okay, so these all are connected. All are connected. All are connected via weights. Okay, now in this system we have only one hidden layer. Now you can have more than one hidden layer. You can have n number of hidden layers depending upon the system or depending upon the work you are doing. Okay, you can have n number of hidden layer and you can have n number of neurons. These are the neurons. Okay, and this entire is called the layer. Now we actually cannot see this. We actually cannot see this. We define the input, we get the output, but this is under a black box. We actually cannot see this. Okay, so Harsh, can you tell me, so white box or black box?
Ma'am, difference, ma'am.
No, not difference. Now can you tell me AI is a white box or a black box?
I will consider it as a still uh, black box.
Yes, because you actually cannot see the hidden layer because it is hidden. So there are a lot of connections, which are a lot of things which are going on. So we do not actually care about this. We just, I'll show you in the MATLAB. We just give the number of neurons of the hidden layer, and we choose the number of hidden layers, and we give the input and the out, and we get the output. So in the AI, this is also called a black box technology. Okay, so some scientists do not believe in AI because of this word black box technology. Just a minute, I'm just showing the MATLAB.
So, ma'am, all the control system assignments we did in MATLAB, they were all black box
No way, where we didn't use AI in the control system.
because it was
MATLAB and
when
AI is not same.
okay, ma'am. I
What
thought
we did in control
no,
system?
okay, I thought like we were giving output and directly it was showing a graph for us. It did not show how it worked, so we cannot consider it as.
No, you have already used that, no? Suppose, for example, give me one example. Give me one example. Suppose you are giving step input, okay, and you are getting an output. That is a system response. That किसी भी system को या plant को तुमने एक input दिया, उसका output दिख रहा है. That system is giving the output. Suppose that system is a motor. You are giving a voltage and you are getting an output. That doesn't mean that the motor is a black box. Motor is not a black box. We know what are the dynamics of a motor. That is what you are comparing with what. It is not even a comparison. Black box AI is AI means what? You are optimizing any system. You are using some controller. Suppose you are using a conventional controller, so you know how to design KP, KI, everything. But whenever you're designing an AI controller, you are just defining the hidden number, a hidden layer. You are not working with the dynamics of the system. So that is why AI is called a black box technology. But control system is not a black box technology. उसका कुछ comparison ही नहीं होता है. तुम दूसरे के साथ
Okay, ma'am.
दूसरा ये कर रहे हो. I'll just show you. Okay, let it get open. Then I'll show you. Okay, so this is the single layer and multi-layer. Again, we can have recurrent network without hidden layers and recurrent network with hidden layers. So these are the two varieties. So recurrent layer means, so the connections are as shown. Okay. So learning paradigm, we have already done this. Okay. Now this is very important. Now these are the different types of activation function that defines the output. Just a minute. Okay. So these are the equations for different types of activation functions. So the first one is binary. Now we have again two types.
Ma'am, we are able to see the whiteboard, not the presentation.
We are, acha. Yeah. Can you see now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Have a look for just 30 seconds. Okay. So these activation functions are again of two types. One is the binary function, and another is the bipolar. Okay. Now for the binary function, there are step function, that is sum of function of this is the activation function. So function of sum of k. So activation functions are always represented as function of sum of k, where sum of k is equal to summation of the weights into the input. Okay, that you have to remember. That is equal to 1 if sum of k is greater than the threshold, and it is equal to 0 if sum of k is less than the threshold. Then we have the binary sigmoid, or it is called the log sig. It is a very important activation function which is widely used, that is f of sum of k is equal to 1 by 1 plus exponential minus s into sum of k, where s is the slope. Okay, so s is the slope. Then we have bipolar sigmoid. Now bipolar sigmoid, that means we have on both the side, means both the half, that is denominator as well as the numerator. So it is 1 minus exponential minus s into sum of k divided by 1 plus exponential, that is minus s sum of k. Then we have the hard limb function. These are used for perceptual learning. Then we have the saturating linear satlin. That is sum of k will be either plus 1 or minus 1. Then symmetrical hard limb 1 or 0. And then we have symmetrical saturating linear, that is 1 sum of k minus 1. Depending upon different algorithms, different activation functions are used. Okay. So this part of the um, that you have to remember, that what are the different types of activation function. Next, some important terminologies are weights, bias, learning rate, and momentum. So we define these four things in the code whenever we do the neural network. So weights are the connections. Then bias is the external another input that we give to modify the output. Learning rate is the rate by which the neuron will learn the or train itself, and the momentum is the speed of your code, or the speed by which it is doing the iterative approaches. Okay, so these are the different four important things that we are going to define in the code: weights, bias, apart from input and output, learning rate, and momentum. I will not go to the first generation ANN today. I'll rather show you the neural structure. Okay. Now suppose this is one system. This is my system. I have made it. So this is a neural network. Okay. So this is a neural network. In the MATLAB, we have designed it. It has been designed in the online mode. Now, one slide I have shown you online, offline, incremental, and batch. This is in the online mode. Now, suppose this kind of structure we have. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
So we have the input, we have the output, but here the layers. See, we are not able to see. We are not actually dealing with the dynamics of the system. So here is this is a kind of controller I am using. So the same kind of controller if I use, I just show you the difference. Just give me a moment. I just take a conventional system. Suppose this is a controller. Okay. Now if I take a conventional controller and just look under mask. So we here actually know the dynamics of the system. We have to design this KP, we have to design this KI, I have to design what will be the parameter of this discrete time integrator, what is the saturation value. Suppose an example I'm giving. Okay, so I have to know the dynamics of the system. This is the control system. Okay, but I want to make something little bit easier. I don't want to go into such a deep thing. So what I have done is that I have taken the input of this controller and I have taken the output of this controller and I have trained the neural network. Understood? So I have skipped the middle part. So I've trained the neural network and now my neural network will behave as the conventional network where I have the input, I have the output, I have the input, I have the output, and this is the black box. Now, if you click here, you can see, all are connected. Can you see the connections? These are all connections. See, can you see? This is how everything is connected. We don't have to worry about this. We are not going to connect it one by one. It will automatically get connected. So we are concerned about the input and the output. This is the bias that we have given. Okay, similarly in layer 2 you can see there is only one. The next one also the same. Because I have taken almost 70 hidden layers, hidden neurons. These are the connections. ये देखो. So many connections. I'm just doing Control J. See, this is how it is connected. All the weights. The neurons are connected to all the neurons via weights. So these are the weights. Okay, so this is how a neural network is actually. Okay, we will do the practical. ओके सो ये एक स्लाइड हम कर लेते हैं थोड़ा 5 मिनट है okay the first generation neural network will start with the McCulloch and Pitts neural model. So this is the first model that was that came into existence. Now this is very good in classifications of linear numbers. Like suppose for example I take an AND gate. So 1 0 is 0, 0 1 is 0, 0 0 is 0 and 1 1 is 1. So you can classify a plane, you can draw a plane which will classify this 0 and 1. Okay, I'll show you the problem. So let us first see the main function, that is function of sum of k will be equal to 1 if sum of k is greater than the threshold, and it will be equal to 0 if sum of k is less than the threshold. So this is the main concept or algorithm by with which we will solve some numerical. So again we will have three steps. First is the conceptualization, that is this one you should know what is the Mac-Plotov neuron. Next, second one is the ideation, design and ideation, and then is the operation. That means we are going to solve numerical to understand this and then we are going to do the coding. Okay, and the third step, that is operate, that we will be doing the project, that you have to apply all these techniques that you are learning to do the project. Clear? So you can note it down. I'll just take the attendance. I'll stop here today. I'll take some extra lectures for SE. Give me some time. I'll take. Yes, Abhishek Reddy, Abid Patel, Ashutosh Yadav, Ashutosh Bhujang, Abhijit, Chandra Sen, Harsh Eshade,
Present, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Harshal Singh, Harshal Mistry,
Present, ma'am.
Jatin Diotale, Jatin Diotale is absent, Kedar, Khanjan, Krishna Kamath,
Present, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Kunal
Kedar.
Pathare,
Present.
Present, ma'am.
Mandar,
Yes, ma'am.
Manish, Maruth, Maulik, Mohammad Arsh is there.
Lazim.
Yes, ma'am. Arsh is there.
Lazim,
Yes,
Lazim,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Pranay Kanse, Pranay Kanse is absent. Pranay Danuka,
Present, ma'am.
Pranay Gupta,
Present, ma'am.
Pranay Prithvi Hangani, Rajat Kirloskar,
Present, ma'am.
Rajvardhan, Rajvardhan, Rutuja, Sanket,
Present.
Sheetal,
Yes, ma'am. Present.
Shivani,
Yes, ma'am, present.
Shikar, Siddharth, Suvir, Suyesh, Tapan,
Yes, ma'am.
Vinit,
Present. Tapan present.
Viraj.
Yes, ma'am. Present. मैम केदार प्रेजेंट है उसका माइक का कुछ
हाँ हाँ ठीक.
Ma'am, Siddharth Shinde present, ma'am. My call dropped right now. I am here only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. And next week also, I will be taking few of the extra lectures in SC, not in DIP, क्योंकि DIP का काफी cover हुआ है, SC का नहीं हुआ है. SC का regular lectures we have done and extra lecture maybe एक या दो ही हुआ होगा. So, but after that week, that is on 22nd वाला जो week है, so there will be an exam and I will not be there in that week and also the subsequent week. Okay, so in the meanwhile, I'll give you a lot of tasks. I'll send you some more practice sheets, some more things that you have to do in the meanwhile. Okay, and the projects का जिन्होंने update नहीं किया है, please do update and start your work because the submission I'll give you the submission date also. So you have to just start doing work and in between I will take one presentation also. Be prepared with that. Okay. Okay. Thank you so
Ma'am,
much.
students have updated projects. Ma'am, please can you check it and do it again? Do the project checking again.
Yes, I have checked it, but किसी किसी का नहीं हुआ था.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
I have checked. So तपन के ग्रुप का हुआ है
मैम
and
उसके बाद और एक दो ग्रुप ने किया है तो मैम प्लीज चेक कर लो.
Yes, ma'am.
okay, so
Yes, thank you,
okay,
ma'am.
so
Ma'am, ma'am, for the portion of CA, only
two
fuzzy logic will come or neural networks will also come?
that I will give you. I'll give you the portion. ठीक है, मैं थोड़ा सोच के देती हूँ. Because in DIP,
Okay.
whatever portion I have covered, वो पूरा नहीं दूंगी because I have covered a lot. So because I will not be there in the next 2 weeks, so that's why I have covered that part earlier. But इतना सारा CA2 में नहीं होगा नहीं दूंगी. पर for SE I have to check because SE का बहुत ज़्यादा extra lectures नहीं हुआ है. 2-3 ही हुए होंगे. 1-2 ही हुआ होगा. So I have to check. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
I'll share it. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Bye. Have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am.